Hey there, so today we have a battle beers between three American porters, three of the most popular American porters out there. The one that I can probably say that is quite popular that I don't get is Edmund Fitzgerald from Great Lakes. But yeah, I got Sierra Nevada porter over here, Anchor porter over here, Founders porter over here. Really excited. It's been a while since I've had any of these beers, so it's cool to mix them up, see which one I like, see the differences between them, and let's dig in. I've got them mixed up, poured them out blind. So actually, yeah, Katie poured them out, so I don't know which one's which. Appearance-wise, these two have a lasting kind of little bit of head to it. It's got this like light kind of tan, and you can see it on the outer edge. This one comes off very weird. It's got this like almost grayish kind of look to it. Definitely a lighter head than the other one. So let's, try out the outlier first. Yeah, got that nice kind of like just familiar cocoa roasty kind of thing going on. A lot of chocolate on this one. This beer almost tastes like it has a chocolate edition. Very light though. Definitely some hot bitterness on the back end. A little bit woodsy. But it's very light beer. It's almost like it's almost like chocolate water. It's not quite cocoa because like that has that kind of like milky kind of texture to it. Or oh no, that's not what it is. It's not like chocolate water. It's almost like watered down bad coffee. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. So you've had iced coffee before if you drink it black, and then it's on the ice and just let it sit, and then by the end of it you're just drinking iced coffee water. Got a little bit of that. Got a little bit of that hot bitterness on the back end. A little bit of the roundness of the mouthfeel. A little bit of that kind of like residual sweetness, but quite light. So, oh yeah. So this is very different. Definitely you smell hopping now. So now I get more aggressive roast. So I get almost this licoricey kind of tone. But I also get, it's not only the licoricey tone, but almost like this umami kind of character. Almost like dried grapes. Follows on palate. This beer's quite different, yeah. Whereas this one relied on that kind of just like watered down roast kind of thing. This one has a different flavor to it. It's quite grapey. A little bit like grape candy. And then it also has this kind of like, again, like grape, I'm thinking licorice, grape and licorice for some reason. Bitterness rides throughout. Not as light as this one, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, so this one now has that more kind of unctuous, kind of baker's chocolate thing. Hop presence on the back end. Okay, that one I'm pretty familiar with. I think I know which one that is. So this one's the most characterful of the bunch and not even close. This one arguably should be in the American style category, but hey, they count it as an American porter. Hoppy throughout, nice rich roast, bitter on the back end. The most like complete of the bunch, I want to say, like the most impact. How about that? It's the biggest, burliest of the bunch. This one's your like, this is like your. I don't know if this is a good analogy, but this is like your Diet Coke, your Coke Zero, and that's like full Coke, right? Or that's your, small, medium, large. I don't know how the best way to describe it is, but I think that's my guess. But what else can I say about this one? Bitter, piney. It is almost like you blended a West Coast IPA into a porter. It's got all that like marijuana, resin, piney, bitter. It again honestly tastes like an American stout. That one tastes a little softer to me, right? That one reminds me a little bit more porter. These two do not even remotely come off as the same style. This would be honestly just watery. The amount of roast character is light. It honestly tastes like one of these beers just with, it tastes a little bit like one of these two beers. Some amount of water added, a lot of water added to this one, and then you get that. You can sort of see it in the appearance. Like On the edges, you can very much clearly see the bottom of this cup. Granted, this, but here I can't even see through it all, right? These beers are vastly different in color too, despite being dark beers. Preference-wise, honestly, this just has the most flavor. It just has the most kind of piney West Coast bitterness kind of thing going on. It's the most amount of chocolate. This one has that kind of more decadent edge to the roast, so the roast character is more characterful. So again, if you like stout, this is honestly pretty much a stout. So let's get the results on this one. This is Anchor. This is Sierra Nevada. Wow, and this obviously Founder's Porter. Wow, really? This beer is watery. Huge surprise, okay. Well, didn't know that. Honestly, I don't think I've ever really had this beer. It's one of those beers that sort of sits on the shelf. It's sort of like why they, I don't even know if it's still continue, even if it is discontinued. They're Kellerweiss, right? They're Hefeweizen. I think most people, when they see Sierra Nevada, they think Celebration, they think Pale Ale, they think Torpedo. I'm surprised that even stores would still carry stuff like Sierra Nevada Stout and Sierra Nevada Porter. So, yeah, that's the one I have to think about with this one. It's got that like grapey tone to it. Is that how I describe it? It's got like, I don't know how, oh, you know what? That's what it tastes like. It tastes a little bit like Guinness. Not Guinness, a little bit like Guinness, but some of these tropical stouts, there's just that like bitter black flavor that is very defined by stuff like Baltic Porter, foreign export porter, even Irish stout, tropical stout as well. It's that like European edge. That's a European flavor, whereas this is definitely American, and that's just very watery. So 1, 2, 3, my preference. Until next time, guys, cheers. Post in the comments below what is your favorite porter. Very enlightening, very interesting to see how vastly different these three beers are. Cheers, later.